Marhaban, welcome to our channel for learning Arabic grammar. Today we are going to learn lesson number 9 of this series. This lesson will be about أسماء الفعل. أسماء الفعل. أسماء الفعل is the verbal nouns and it's one of the indeclinable nouns. الأسماء المبنية. الأسماء المبنية. The verbal nouns is word that does the function of the verb in the term of meaning, but in terms of meaning, but the same rules of the verb don't apply to it. Like the Arabic verbal noun replaces the verb in terms of meaning. This noun is indeclinable, but its meaning in the sentence is the verb's meaning. It means the same meaning of the verb, but only the different in the indeclinable. Like here, هيهات بينك وبين ما تريد. هيهات بينك وبين ما تريد. بعد بينك وبين ما تريد. بعد بينك وبين ما تريد means here the هيهات is the verbal noun. Verbal noun is in the meaning same like بعد. Same also here. آهي. من هذا الأمر means I suffer from this pain. I want to say أتوجع من هذا الألم. I feel pain. I suffer from this pain. But I use the verbal noun آهي. آهي, if you see here أتوجع, the verb is أتوجع with ضم. But آهي is with kasr. So means here indeclinable nouns. هيهات in the past, آهي in the present. There is also imperative like رويدا زيدا فإنه فقير. رويدا زيدا فإنه فقير means أمهل زيدا. أمهل. رويدا, it's a verbal noun, but the meaning is same like أمهل. أمهل زيدا فإنه فقير. أمهل means give زيدان grace period because he is poor. Means here in the imperative tense. Here the meaning, if you observe here in this table, you will feel that the meaning doesn't change. It's same meaning between هيهات and بعد. Same meaning هيهات بعد. آهي أتوجع رويدا أمهل. It's here verbs and here verbal nouns are same meaning. Are all same meaning. Also, you will notice here that both of them, whether present, past, imperative, have the same influence of the same sentence. The same influence of the sentence, even if past or present or imperative. And here we will also feel the difference between the verb and the verbal nouns is that the pronoun linked to the verb. Pronoun always linked to the verb. Pronouns also بعد بينك. Here the pronoun linked to the verb changes whether singular, dual, plural, male or female. In the case of the verbal noun, the pronoun never change. In the verbal noun here, the pronoun will not change. But in the case of verb, the pronoun will change. بعد الطالب, like here you can see بعد الطالب, بعدت الطالبة, الطالب بعد, الطالبان بعدوا الطلاب, بعدنا الطالبات. Here the verb بعد it change according to the singular, plural, female, feminine. Here طالب is male, طالبة is female. طالبان is dual. طلاب plural, طالبات plural. Here طلاب plural, broken plural. But here طالبات is female plural. But in the verbal noun here, because a verb بعودة, but in the verbal nouns هيهات same meaning, but here verbal nouns, here verb. Verbal nouns, see the طالب, الطالبة, الطالبان, الطلاب, الطالبات. Here same, you will also not change. Same, we can change, we can add same noun in both. Now, after learning the difference between the verb and the verbal noun in Arabic, we notice the verbal noun doesn't function similar to that of the verb. They have not same function. Whether it is in the past, present, because here see the verb, here بعودة, but هيهات same, هيهات, here هيهات, 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 هيهات. In all cases, هيهات doesn't change. But in the verb بعودة, بعودة change. Here بعودة, بعودتي, بعودا, بعودوا, بعودنا. Means the verb will change according to the noun. According to the noun. But the verbal nouns will not change. Okay, there is difference between the use of the verb and the verbal nouns. Like, why do sometimes use the verb and in other times use the verbal nouns? When we can use the verb and when we can use the verbal nouns. The difference when the verbal noun gives more intensiveness. If you want to give more intensiveness, so you will use the second, means the verbal noun. Like it's feel that more pain. More than أتألم. أتألم means I have pain. But if I say means it's painful. Now, what kind of verbal nouns in Arabic? Okay. Now, first we understood that the verbal noun is indeclinable noun. That does the function of the verb in the sentence, but the rules of the verb don't apply to it. Okay. Now, it's a noun and its form never change with different verbs and object. Like what? Here, noun of the past verb شتان افترق هيهات بعد سرعان أسرع. Here شتان الفقر والغنى means there is a great difference between الفقر والغنى. See the meaning? There is a great difference between all this. Only the meaning of شتان here more intensiveness when you use the verbal noun. This we have some verbal nouns in the past, we have some in the present, we have in the imperative. In the past, we said that we have شتان means افترق, means a great difference between. The second one is هيهات بعد, means how impossible that. How impossible هيهات. The third one is سرعان أسرع, means in a short time. In a short time, he studied Arabic. This is the past verb or the past verbal nouns. Now we go to the present verbal nouns like means I suffer. Uffin means I become fed up. way أتعجب means I surprised. Then بخ means استحسن, like I admire your mercy on kids, our respect of all people. I admire means bakh. We have also now the noun, verbal nouns, imperative. Imperative like sah. Sah means iskut or means hush. Hush. Mah. Mah means kuffa عن الحديث. Mah means stop. حيا أقبل. تعالى means come like حي على الصلاة. آمين استجب means to pray. After your prayers you will say Ameen. You want to say to Allah, please accept. إليك أو خذ. إليك means here. You can see. إليك عني ابتعد عني. إليك عني means stay away from me. Here إليك only means here, but إليك عني stay away from here. Then عليك ألزم. عليك means take care. هلم أقبل بسرعة. هلم means come quickly. هات أعطني. هات أعطني means give. دع اترك. دع اترك means give up. Give up. Now the summary. Now you can see the verbal noun does the function of the verb in terms of meaning and tense, but the rules of the verb don't apply to it. Number 2, we also learned the verbal nouns and the verb that has equivalent meaning express the same thing, but the usage of the verbal noun indicates some sort of intensiveness and give more strength to the feeling of the verb itself. We also learned that 3 parts of the verbal noun is past, present, and imperative, and also we saw some more example. Now the rules of the sentences comprising verbal nouns. We will explain here some rules of the verbal noun and its sentences. As we notice in the term of verbal noun, it's neither a verb, not a noun. Verbal noun is not a verb and also it's not a noun. But it's same like verb in the meaning. Okay, the verbal noun is not attached to any pronoun. As in the case with the verb, we say like صح يا ولد, صح يا ولدان, صح يا أولاد. But in the verb, we can say اسكت يا ولد, اسكتا يا ولدان, اسكتوا يا أولاد. Means the verbal noun doesn't change here in the 3 pronouns. صح يا ولد, صح يا ولدان, dual, صح يا أولاد, plural. Here doesn't change صح. But اسكت change. Because here اسكت يا ولد for singular. اسكتا يا ولدان for dual. اسكتوا يا أولاد. There is an important difference between the verbal noun and the noun. Okay, the indefinite noun can be definite by means of the noun. The indefinite noun can be definite. How? Before we say that we change to tanween, nunation. But on the other hand, there are 2 cases regarding the verbal nouns. The first case, if there is no tanween, then it's definite. In the verbal noun, if there is no tanween, it is definite. If there is tanween, then it's indefinite. Like, for example, if we say to someone, sah means iskut or means hush, and don't talk about this topic only but not anything else. But if you say to him, sahin with tanween, sahin, not sah, This means that ask him not to talk at all and not to speak about anything. Means now you see the difference. The sah without tanween and sah with tanween. Without tanween means don't talk about only this topic. Don't talk about this topic. But if I say sahin with tanween means don't talk at all. Don't speak even. Means shut up. This is the difference between tanween and without tanween. Now you have some exercise to learn more about the verbal nouns and to choose which meaning these verbal nouns refer to. Thank you. See you in the next lesson. Bye.